On this week's Suddenly Single, I've got with me the amazing Kerry Katona, 17 when she first got famous, and known for all of her many TV appearances. Celebs Go Dating, which means makes you perfect for today, doesn't it, Kerry?
Doesn't
It does, it does, because this is Suddenly Single.
I just wanna get out of here.
You've had well publicised battles with a lot of things: drugs, bankruptcy, feuds.
Have you got enough fingers?
Mental health. No, I'm not sure I have got enough
You
fingers.
can go on your toes if you want, love.
So my first question is, how are you? Because I think you're really brilliant at the moment.
Yeah, I'm 45 in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I think age has a lot to do with everything. I think we all make mistakes.
Yeah.
We all go through struggles in life.
Yeah.
Just mine was very publicised. I was very young.
Yeah.
I had no guidance. I'm not ashamed. I'm not embarrassed. I wouldn't change any of it.
Because if we go back to why you were in Atomic Kitten, you were 17, you said to me you wanted to be famous, you wanted to be loved, which is completely understandable. Yeah. But that is because your own childhood was unusual, shall we say, to the least.
Sorry.
You were, no, you can swear away.
Yeah.
You were in foster care for a while, and when you were with your mum...
I didn't really live with my mum very often. So I'm a product of an affair. So when I was born, the guy who I called Dad, his dad was my granddad, but my mum left the guy who I called Dad for my granddad, married my granddad, so my dad became my brother, my granddad became my dad. Then she left him for a woman. During that period from being 3, my youngest memory was watching my mum slit her wrist from the age of 3. That's why I got Molly and Lily on my wrist, because I always thought I never want to feel... My mum was always trying to kill herself and always trying to OD, and am I not good enough? Am I not worthy enough? Yeah. And the one thing I will never have my kids ever feel is that pain of not feeling loved by their mum. And the one thing my kids know is how much I love them, and that I'm there for them no matter what. That's
and you
the one thing my kids know.
Your face
through
lights
everything.
up.
Through everything, my kids are my world.
Yeah.
That's my gang.
I mean, you said to me that they're my gang. I
That's
don't need
it.
anyone
Don't need
else.
anybody
just
else.
my kids.
I've got Danielle. I've got my mate. I've got our friends over there, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't socialise.
Yeah.
I'm really, really boring, mate. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
I do my job. I come out. I don't leave the house really unless I'm being paid to.
Yeah.
Unless I'm doing something with the children.
And your mum struggled with drugs as well, didn't she?
My mum introduced me to drugs.
Yeah.
I was 14 when she gave me my first drug. She told me it was sherbet, it was speed. I had a great time. It was fucking brilliant. I didn't know any different. And then it went on to coke, and and then I married my mum's drug dealer. Same old bullshit.
So that was your second marriage, but your first, Brian McFadden was your first husband.
Yeah, he was my first husband.
And you got pregnant at 18? Just
no,
a year
I was 20.
20. Oh, you were 20.
I was 20,
okay,
and Molly was due on my 21st, and she
Birthday.
came 6 days early. So it was the best birthday present I ever had.
The lovely Molly.
My beauty, he was about to turn 24.
And your lovely Lily.
Lily's 22.
Yes. Both Brian's.
But they're both Brian's.
Children.
Lily was home the other weekend, and I was just, as I was saying to you, we went to this play area, and my parents got younger kids, everyone left. I had to wait for my 22-year-old to come out the play area. She was having that much fun. But that is my gang, and for me, you can't. I know how rich I am when my family is together. When we all do come together, I just sit there. It's probably the only time I don't speak, which is very rare because I just sit and watch. And I think, God, that's my gang.
So you're
wrong partners.
Oh, yes.
Right kids.
Yeah, that's a very good saying. I say the same. Would you, because this is a question I've asked myself, knowing that everything's going to go wrong with your relationships, still go back and do them again to have those kids?
A million
fucking
percent. Million percent.
Yeah.
Not even just the kids. I won't change any of it. I won't change the drugs. I won't change bankruptcy. I won't change any of the fuck-ups that I've done. And I'll hold my hands up. I've made so many mistakes. I went to rehab about 2005. When Brian left me, I had a proper full-on nervous breakdown. And I used to do drugs with my mum, and Brian was like my knight in shining armour.
Yeah.
He came and took me away from that, and we moved to Ireland.
Yeah.
And then obviously when he left, I had to move back to England, and you know, I went back to the same circle of friends.
Yeah.
My mum and everybody, and
you went back to Warrington.
went straight back on the gear.
Yeah.
I just had a breakdown, and I was with the managing. I was James Grant at the time, and they put me in the Priory, but I couldn't do group therapy because my profile was so high at the time.
Yeah.
That I couldn't confine my story in case the other patient sold it.
Okay.
So they had to ship me off to Arizona.
Oh,
6 weeks,
okay.
and that was 2005.
Right.
Which was, you know, I remember going there and I never felt so low. And I was like, how have I gone from being the queen of the jungle to how has this happened? This is before Matt Croft. I haven't even met Mark at this point.
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't believe I got so low, but I loved it. I'd go there again tomorrow. I loved it.
But you pulled yourself together for your children.
Yeah, I mean, obviously,
home.
you know, there's not been times like, you know, even with my kids would go over to Ireland back in the day, and I'd go on a binger.
Okay.
You know, and it's not something I'm proud of. I'm not going to change it. I can't change it. I can't sit and go, oh my God, feel sorry for myself. I'll hold my hands up. I shouldn't have done it, but I did.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie, I had times where it was fucking great, but there were times I OD'd twice and nearly died.
But you also had bipolar. Probably.
I got diagnosed with bipolar in 2005, which I thought was a sport. I thought so I could get gum shields and shin pads. Which actually, it's just manic depressive, which is what my mum was diagnosed. Because my mum used to have shock treatment. I used to have to go visit my mum in a mental institute as a kid. And I'm on no medication or anything for bipolar. Nothing whatsoever now. Haven't been for years.
So how do you cope with that then?
I think
a
I
lot
was
of
misdiagnosed,
sport?
if I'm honest. Well, I think no, I definitely got ADHD. I am like Tigger on speed. Imagine what I used to be like when I was actually taking drugs. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I saw you.
Yeah, I was, I don't know, I was all over the place. But the medication as well, I was on chlorpromazine, valfaxine, and Zopicone. And I have a speech impediment anyway, and because of my dyslexia, I live to talk super fast, or if I'm tired, I get a lazy tongue.
Okay.
And I can't pronounce a lot of my words, or it sounds a bit slurry, even now. But it's just the way I talk. But you put a load of medication on that as well, it sounds like you're slurring or you're pissed up.
So you did that, and it was a sort of unsteady period, because although you had come back to England and you were being a mum, you've admitted that you were going on binges when Brian had the children.
No. Let's reverse.
No.
Brian didn't have the children. His mum had the children.
Okay.
Brian moved to Australia with Delta.
Okay.
For 7 years.
So the Nan had the children.
Nan had the kids.
Okay, so you could have a break, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
Of her.
Well, on the holidays, oh God, his mum adores those kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But then you met Mark. How did you meet him?
I got out of rehab. I think I've been out of Arizona for about 6 weeks. I was clean, sober. And I was sat in my mum's house, and she went, I've just ordered one of them, meaning a bag of Coke.
Yeah.
And Mark Croft walked through the back door. I married Mark to piss my mum off. I never even realised it, because Mark was my mum's friend. And that's when we started falling out, me and my mum, when she sold the story on me. I think I got with Mark to piss my mum off. I always thought it was a rebound, but it was more to do with my and my mum's relationship.
Mm-hmm.
It should have been a one-night stand, but my God, am I grateful to that man. I'm really grateful to him.
For your children?
My kids. Oh, my
Again.
God. I tell you what, he makes...
Your Heidi.
My Heidi.
What a bright girl she is.
And my son
That's
Max.
a star in the making.
And for me, I'm so grateful to Matt Croft for,
And also Max.
And Max, my son, my true man.
Yeah,
my true love.
The best man in the entire world.
The best man. I've got 4 girls and 1 boy, right?
Yeah.
And my girls all say I'm a boy mum.
Well, you showed me a video of you dancing with Max, and you cried. Yeah. You did.
I do get really emotional.
Crying, yeah. So he's the perfect man as far as you're concerned.
Yeah, he's a little shit.
Yeah.
He is a little shit, but he gets away with murder. He's my only boy. He's the only true man I will ever love.
You are currently on Celebs Go Dating.
I am.
Anyone who wants to watch you, E4, because you've clearly never given up hope.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, why should I?
No,
Exactly.
I haven't given up hope, and I'm older than you.
Let me tell
Kerry,
you something. This is what pisses me off about being in the public eye from such a young age.
Yeah, you see, we've known you since 17.
Because I'm so young, and because my first real romance was such a high profile.
Yes.
If you go through my exes, you can count them on my hands. I'm a long-term girl. I don't sleep around. I've never slept around in the industry. I'm all or nothing kind of person.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, another one. Oh, here we go. You know, I was with Brian for 7 years.
Yes.
I was only with Mark for 4.
Yes.
I was with George for 5.5. And I was with my ex-partner, Ryan, for 6.5 years.
Yeah.
You know, I gave it a good go. I tried. And just because I'm 44 and that didn't work out, what really gets me, it's like people go on your Instagram going, oh, here we go. Oh, just saying your own. But I don't want to be on my own. My children are growing up. I'm a really loving and affectionate person. I've got so much love to give. I want to give someone the kisses and cuddles and, you know.
It just takes some of us longer to find the right one,
It
right?
does. Oh, absolutely. And God loves a fucking trier.
Yes, he does.
And I am a trier.
You are a trier.
You can knock me down, but you won't keep me down. And why should I give up? I'm an romantic. I want to be loved. I want to be in love. I love being in love. Yeah. What's wrong with that? I did Celebs Go Dating 6.5 years ago.
Yes.
And
is that when you met Wayne Lineker, or did you already know him?
No, I've known Wayne for years.
Yeah, okay.
I've known Wayne for years. So I did it years ago, and then obviously I split up with Ryan last year, nearly a year ago now, and they asked me to do it, and I was just like, because I've worked so hard on myself, and I love meditation, I love my affirmations, I love trying to be a better version of who I was yesterday, today. I'm always trying to better myself. And if that means I'm getting paid to go and sit down with some of the top therapists in the world, why the fuck would I not do that?
No, agreed.
I was not interested in meeting anybody, was not interested in dating, but I was very interested in finding out more about me, on maybe, is it something I'm doing wrong, or, you know.
I mean, this one's already aired. What did you say to the 24-year-old who wanted to take you out?
What's wanting to go play some fucking Lego? Honest, there was all full of kids, honestly. They were full of kids. I was like, come back when your balls have dropped, love. What do you want to do? Colour in. Take to McDonald's for a fucking Happy Meal.
Do you know, I have one rule when it comes to dating. If I could have birthed you, it's a no.
Yeah, if I can breastfeed you, it's no.
Yeah, it's a no.
Well, it's funny because who I'm with now, there's 11 years between us.
Oh.
I know. It's a big age gap, but I don't... Do
you know what? It can absolutely work. One of my best friends is Carol McGiffin. She's 63.
Oh, I love Carol! I was on the original Loose Women with Carol.
I know you were.
Yeah, I love her. I love her so much.
She's absolutely brilliant. So, have you ever met Mark?
I think I might have met him once.
Right.
She wasn't...
With him,
I was 22.
You were the baby.
Different
But she met him at ITV.
Yeah.
He was behind the scenes, and he is just turned, I think, 42 or 3. So I think there's 23 years between them, or maybe it's only 40 then. At least 20 years between them.
No,
and they are so
you know
happy.
What it is? For me,
age,
it's
whatever.
energy. It's all about energy.
Yeah.
I've never dated younger than me. It's always been the same age or older.
Yeah.
Brian was a little bit older than me. Mark was 10 years older than me. George was older than me. Ryan was 8 years younger.
Yeah.
And my partner now is 11 years younger, and it's not something I've deliberately gone for. It's just expect the unexpected. If somebody matches that energy and you have that connection, like every atom in your body just goes on fire. I've never had that. I've never had that feeling like I'm being sucker punched in myself, going, wow.
Have you got that punch now?
Oh, even now, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I hope this one works then.
Well, I do, but even if it doesn't, I will never forget this feeling. But I really hope so.
So for everyone you've ever dated, this is the one that's given you the punch in the stomach?
Yeah, massively.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan was a real slow burner. I ended it with him because I wasn't ready. Brian really chased me, was really persistent. I was like, look, just because you're in a boy band, mate, don't think I'm going to be another notch in your bedpost. That's what I said to him. Mark, obviously, was a complete, utter rebound. Just to piss my mum off. And George was something that I thought my self-esteem was so low and worthy of, and he was such a bad boy that's all I kind of knew. Mm-hmm. But I've never met anybody who's normal, has got their own job, and who is just sets me on fire. Romance, and for everyone who has seen the show, you'll actually see me falling in love. And that, yeah. And that, see, normally I'm in a relationship and I keep it to myself for about a year.
Look at this massive smile.
No, I go really red. I get really embarrassed because normally I get to keep it for me until I'm ready to release it. And then everyone thinks, oh, is this your new fella? And I'm like, I've been with him for a year, but I've never, no one knew.
Yeah.
But this, it's happening as it's Yeah. Have I gone really red? Or am I having a hot flush?
So I'm gonna bring you back down to earth with a little bit of a bump. George.
Yes.
He did unfortunately die.
He did,
didn't
yeah.
he?
He passed away.
So, I mean, that even when you're separated from someone, that must be a really difficult thing to deal with.
I'm
for
a
your
widow.
kids.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know why it really angers me in the papers when they say I've been divorced 3 times. Me and George never got divorced.
So
I don't know why it angers me that. It's like he refused to divorce me. I was just angry when George died. Really angry. Really angry at him. I was like, how fucking dare you
well,
just
how
die?
dare he leave his children as well? Because
No, not just that, but how
being
dare
a
you
mum
put
is
us through all this
important.
fucking trauma
Yeah.
that you've now left with my children.
Yeah.
Like, someone knocks on the door, we all shit ourselves.
Yeah.
And he's just gone.
Yeah.
He just died.
But he had mental health issues, didn't he?
Huge mental
health issues.
George was a very twisted soul.
Yeah.
A very tortured soul. Very charming. Very drop dead gorgeous. You know, I'd wake up every morning and think, God, I really fancy you. I love you. Great manipulator. Got a great fucking right hook on him, I tell you that.
He was a boxer, wasn't he, at one point?
No, he was a rugby player. I was
A
talking about
rugby
when he
player,
hit me.
right. Oh.
Yeah. So
yes, he did hit you.
Yeah, he beat
it
me
was
up.
very
Yeah, he
abusive,
was
and
very
that's
abusive,
why
very
you
abusive,
separated.
Yeah, it was very hard.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I remember my mum choosing her fella over me who stabbed my mum. I pulled the knife out, told us he was Freddy Krueger, and my mum chose him over me, and I got put in foster home. And I was like, I don't get that. And then when I end up being in the same relationship with George, I said to my mum, I get it now. Because it's like they groom you. It's like you're being groomed.
Okay.
That's the only way I can describe it, and it's so hard to leave. And you thinking, I've got his kid, and and I always wanted to save him. I always tried to save him, and I couldn't. And I truly believe George's sole purpose was to give me DJ.
Yes.
That's and it's not a day that doesn't go by that I don't think of George.
I
Not
mean,
a day.
We've talked about this. My daughter says to me, I don't know how you ever got with Dad. I just can't even see it. And I say it's because I had to have you.
You know, Molly and
I
Lily
did.
say the same. They've only ever seen us in a room once for Molly's 21st, and they find it really weird, which I think that's really sad. Because I've got no bad feelings towards Brian whatsoever. I think his wife's amazing. They've got a beautiful little girl. I'd love nothing more for us all to go out for food and dinner.
Yeah.
But it's never going to happen.
Did your mum know who your dad was? Could you have
she
tried?
She told me when I was 7. So my mum left my stepdad, who I thought was my biological dad.
Yeah.
He was 30 years older than my mum. He was
Yeah.
originally my granddad. So my mum left my dad for a woman. I still call him dad to this day. And it was my dad had custody of me. And it was a police officer who made me pick between my mum and my dad while my mum was in the room. And then my mum and Tina, my mum's girlfriend, they got custody of me. And that's when Tina told me, her and my mum, I think I was about 7, that my dad wasn't my real dad. And it was a guy called Ronnie Armstrong. But when I became famous, my mum begged and begged and begged and begged and begged, please don't ever go find him because I had an affair. It'll just open up a can of worms. He's married, he's got kids. So I said, okay, fine, no worries. And then I got to a certain age where I was like, because I don't look like my mum, I've got dark eyes, dark skin. My mum's got blue eyes. And got to the point I wanted to see what my dad looked like. And I had a private investigator. And I got a video of him and a picture. And I got my nan and my mum around. I said, is that my dad? And they went, yeah, that's your dad. I said, right, I'll leave it there. Unfortunately, the woman who helped me get the picture and video went straight to News of the World.
Okay.
And knocked on his wife's door.
Right.
And then the News at World knocked on his wife's door. She opened the door and they said, we just want to let you know your husband is the father of Kerry Katona and we're going to put it in the newspapers. This poor woman went, he died 6 months ago.
Oh, no.
So all of her faith and loyalty of her husband is now going to be put in the newspapers. What? Because I'm Kerry. I was mortified. I thought, this poor fucking woman, this is all... Because that's what the papers were like back then. You know that show. You know what they're like. They were horrible.
Well, you know...
Well, why is that newsworthy? What's it got to do with anybody who my biological dad is, then to go ruin a family? A man who they've just buried. Mm-hmm. What newsworthy is that? That's not newsworthy.
Bad news sells, Kerry.
It's disgusting. It's fucking vile.
Okay. Sitting on the other
She
side
says
of
to
the
a
fence. But you know what? You have picked yourself back up. You are doing extremely well now. You're living in Cheshire, near the Cheshire Housewives. All of your kids are at private school.
They've always been private educated.
But you've done it via OnlyFans mainly this time?
I've been on OnlyFans for 5 years. My eldest is 24. All my children have been privately educated.
Okay. But you didn't always have money worries.
What do you mean?
Well, in the beginning, when you had Molly.
Oh, when I was a kid.
You had millions anyway.
Yeah.
And then you lost it.
Yeah, but but people don't understand bankruptcy. I still worked. I still earned. I still went and did Iceland adverts. I still went and did photo shoots. You're only allowed a certain amount of money to live on.
Yeah.
You know, my kids' education came first. I gave the house when I went renting. So my kids had their education.
Yeah.
But I've always, my kids.
And I admire that about you. I think it's amazing that you've managed to privately
I mean, I went to 8
educate your
different
children.
schools. I'm dyslexic. I couldn't read, couldn't write. Taught myself how to read and write. I wrote 6 books. I know they're not colouring books or dot to dots. Yeah, you know, OnlyFans was a massive, massive help during COVID.
Yeah.
Huge help.
I mean, I'm not saying it in a derogatory way.
No.
A lot of people do it.
Listen, let me tell you.
James
Let
Locke
me
does
tell
it.
look,
Katie
if
does
it
it.
wasn't, Kate does it because of me.
Okay.
I got Katie to do it. I was 16 with a great set of tits on me. I was a pastry model, a glamour model.
Yeah.
I got put in a semi-independence home when I was 16, and then I got my first council flat when I was 17. I wasn't going to be a rocket scientist. I was an all right looking girl back in the day. Great rack on me. I wanted to be a pastry model, and that's the route I went down. And then you get in the industry, you're doing Nuts, you're doing Zoo, you're doing FHM. They're all gone now.
Yeah.
So OnlyFans is those magazines that you have to subscribe to because you can't buy them anymore.
Yeah.
I just get paid more for doing it now, and no one else gets a cut.
Well, you know, if you get in front of a camera, why not? And you can get paid for
I'll
it,
go
and you
on,
know
I'll
how
go
to
on a
earn
beach.
money.
I'll go on a beach. This makes me laugh. This
Nikki Beach.
No, this makes me laugh. This. Oh, you do OnlyFans. Yet you're more than happy to watch Bridgerton while there's finger blasting going on the back of a fucking carriage. Go, oh, darling, that's art. They're simulating sex. And you all think that's amazing. I'm not doing that. I'm still there posing topless. Oh my God. Get her children into foster home. That's disgusting. What, because I'm not a thespian? No, it's different classes for different people. You know, you can go to the cinema, buy a ticket. You can watch Angelina Jolie or Jennifer Aniston in Bad Bosses, topless, you know, stood at a desk. I'm not doing anything different than what they're doing. But because I'm from a low class...
I don't think that's true.
I'm not saying that to you. I'm just saying because I'm from a low class, people go, look down at it. But if you're a thespian, you've been trained, you win awards for it, it's amazing, you know. You see what I mean?
No, I do. But I can also see, you know, that the tabloids and public scrutiny has really affected you. How much do you think it played into your relationships breaking up?
What I don't
particularly with Brian. You know, that sort of, well, you were saying about tabloids writing about you, how much it upset you.
No, what I'm saying is I don't understand why it was newsworthy to know who my biological father was. I don't know what that had to do with the public's domain. I don't understand for me, I'm like, why would you go and destroy a family like that? Mm-hmm. I don't understand that. Mm-hmm. Why would someone go, not when I was 28?
Yeah.
I've been in the industry all this time. What, to sell a headline?
Did you ever speak to her or no?
Who?
His wife.
Oh, I love my stepmom. Oh. My stepmom, my sister. My sister was on the picture of red carpet. I absolutely adore them. I went and spoke to my dad's ashes. But it wasn't about that. Journalism back then was fucking disgusting. It was like pay anybody anything just to sell a story. It was vile. That's not news. I mean, my biological dad. How is that going to change anybody's in the bankruptcy? I get the drugs. I understand. You know, if I'm portraying myself as something that I wasn't, I understand that. It's like watching Philip Schofield. We're entitled to know that because we were false into a false advertisement. I get that why people want to know about my drugs and the bankruptcy. I understand that. But my biological dad, I don't know how that affects my work or affects people's lives.
But the good thing about it is that you now get on really well.
But that was my choice, and that was taken away from me. So that's not the point. That was up to me, my choice for me to reach out to when I was ready, not the newspapers.
But would you ever have reached out?
Probably, eventually, yeah.
Do you think you would have done? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Eventually I would have done, because it was always playing on my mind. But that's not the reporter's or the journalist's choice to take out my hands. That's me.
Okay. You got a lot of tattoos.
I have, yeah. This is, I'm so blessed. I woke up this morning. How lucky am I?
Yeah, I thought that was a wonderful thing that you said earlier. I just feel blessed that I wake up.
Well, I should have been dead. You know, like I say, I OD'd several times on cocaine, and I should be dead. And I've worked so hard on myself. You know, I the work I've put into myself, I'm really fucking proud of, and I do it every day. And it's not the destination. It is a journey. It's something you have to continue doing, because you have these negative thoughts that'll come in your head, and it's tough. You always have to try and work on yourself, and you are given a choice. We're all given a choice.
Unless
you're given a choice.
Yes.
You are given a choice on what mood you want to be in, and I will not let anybody have that power over me anymore.
Yeah.
For me, I woke up. That first of all, that's what I'm grateful. I woke up. I woke up next to my baby girl. I woke up.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the first thing I'm so grateful for, because now I can get to decide on what I'm going to.
With your day.
Not just with my day, but I've got another day. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for that. Amazing.
And a lovely new man. Hopefully that's still together.
Yeah.
And you can come back next year and tell me how that's going.
I'll probably be knocked up and divorced by then, love. Knowing my luck, I think I get the third divorce for free.
Now, I know it's like perception thing that you were talking about, but have you ever been on dating apps, or is that just a no?
Yeah, I met Ryan on a dating app.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, it was one of the first dates I went on. It was the first date I actually went on. And I was on my own for about 14 to 18 months. And it was Danielle. He was like, Kerry, you just need to go out on a date, even if it's for a free meal. Just get yourself out there. Come on, let's set you up. And she got me up on Bumble. And I saw Ryan. I thought, oh, he's got nice eyes, kind eyes. And I went out. I interviewed him. And it was...
Well, he must have known who you were.
Yeah, probably. I mean, you must be living under a fucking rock if you don't.
Well,
do you know what I mean? I'm like a bad rash. I'm just like an STD that just doesn't fuck off.
What advice would you give to other people out there now looking for the one? Would you tell them to go on dating apps? Would you say what would your advice be?
I don't have it. Just for me, do you?
Do you?
Fuck what anyone else thinks.
Yeah.
Your opinion of me doesn't matter.
Yeah.
His opinion of me doesn't matter. Your views, opinions.
I think you told me that when you walked in.
It doesn't matter. No one's opinion defines me as a person. All I care about, this is my life.
Yeah.
What is it going to matter in 5 years' time? Do you? You want to get on a date now? Get on a date app.
Yeah.
If you don't want to, don't. Just do you. Be you. Do you. Just do you.
Do you believe in the one, or do you think there's several the ones?
Oh, I've had many ones, me love.
Me too.
I used to think. I can't even explain how I feel right now. How this feeling is, and I've never had it, and that gives me anxiety. It scares me.
Oh,
It literally it scares me.
Okay.
It scares me because I don't think I've ever. It's almost like everything. Like I remember with George, I remember going on TV and feel like I'm faking it, and they say because my marriage to my first husband was so fairy tale, and so magical, and that I just kept trying to reenact that all the time, but I knew I was just faking it, and just. But this is even if this ends tomorrow, I don't think I'll ever have a feeling like this ever again. I no, it makes me want to cry. I get really emotional because it really scares me.
Oh.
Yeah, no, honestly, it's like, phew.
Okay. So do you know what we're going to do now, Kerry
What are we
Katona?
gonna do?
We're going to play my game.
Oh, I love games.
Yeah, I'm coming up.
Most romantic gift you've ever been given. Most romantic gift. My partner gets me flowers all the time. When he asked me to be his girlfriend officially, he got me the biggest bouquet of flowers. I think little things like that are really romantic. And like I got back from Marbella, and there was a big spread of roses saying "Welcome home, beautiful."
Oh,
So I thought I was really romantic.
that is very romantic.
Yeah, literally walked in, and on the table was a big spread of like these beautiful roses saying "Welcome home" with like little diamonds in them.
Oh,
I thought it was really beautiful.
that
The note.
is really
Just,
nice.
Even if it was just a note, "Welcome
Yeah.
home, beautiful," that would have been enough
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
I'm not a big. I don't need big diamonds. It's the thoughts and the consideration that goes into a gift that means more. Do you know what I mean?
No, I do.
Do you know what I mean? It could be like my biological dad, my sister had us superimposed together.
Yeah.
And the pitch frame broken.
Mm-hmm.
And my partner went and ordered me a pitch frame for it without me knowing. Like,
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
thoughtful.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I do. I've just had a birthday, and my current boyfriend drew a picture of me. Well, apart from
I love that.
the fact that he made my nose extremely enormous, and we'll just
He did
gloss
what?
over
What
that.
did he
He
do?
made my nose extremely
How?
enormous. Well, it's kind of a cartoon character of this.
Oh, we did a drawing.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
But actually, it was quite lovely because he spent hours doing it.
See, look, it's
That's the thought, right?
For me,
That's
it's
the
not
thought.
so much the gift. It's how they think about it.
In an ideal world, older or younger, when it comes to a new man.
Oh, honestly, I don't think it matters. I think it's energy. I could meet a 51-year-old if he's on my same energy level. And again, I don't have a type. If you look at all of my exes, you look at Brian.
Yeah.
Tall, Irish. Mark, small. Then we've got George, 6'4", Nigerian.
Yeah.
Then you've got Ryan, small, with a beard, just from Bromley. Yeah. And then Paulo, half Italian, from Huddersfield.
Okay.
So I don't have a type, so it doesn't matter. It's energy. Like Mark Croft made me laugh.
Yeah.
Brian really made me laugh. I thought Brian was dead funny. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think you got to, like, Ryan, God love him, he was great for me. I think to go from somebody like George to go with somebody who was safe as Ryan, and we had really created some amazing memories. Not my fuck up. Let me make that really clear. Doesn't matter how you could be Brad Pitt, if you haven't got the banter, if you haven't got the energy, the connection. I just couldn't stay. I just couldn't do that.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
I do. I agree with you. That? I think if you can't, if there's no connection, if you can't chat to someone all night.
Exactly. I like to be on the phone to Paulo. I think about on the phone for 5 minutes. An hour 15. Do you know what I mean? You're on FaceTime, like, it's really been that long. We've been chatting shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my foster mum used to say I could talk a glass of ice to sleep.
Next question.
Oh, is it me? Let's go.
I think it's you.
What drink would you order on a first date? Oh, well.
Shall I guess your first
go
drink?
Go on then.
Krug.
No, I fucking wish. Oh no, I wouldn't do that. I do like a bottle of Krug, only on a special occasion. Very rare. I always start off with water.
Do you?
Yeah.
What, on a date? You'd say I'll have a glass of water?
I normally have day dates, but obviously doing Celebs Go Dating.
Yeah.
The first date with Dale, I drank water all the way through. The second date, water.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just, water. Yeah. And then when I got to know Paulo, should we have a tequila, love? Yeah. So
I'm a bit of a cheap date. I'll just have a rosé, thanks.
For me, I think as well, I think when you first start dating somebody and you start drinking on those dates, it's a false persona. Do you not think?
Well, you see, I'm different to you. I actually have the drink before I go on the date. Because I've got to have the Dutch courage to go.
I have done that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have done that. But also, I just think for me, especially, doing a show as public, and I get so much shit. I've only got to have one fucking drink. I get so much shit anyway. But I just think I'd rather see my true, authentic self.
Okay.
And not pretend to be. I have gone on dates and
it's Dutch courage.
Yeah, it is a bit Dutch courage, anyway. Absolutely. But do I look like someone who needs Dutch courage?
No, no, not at all.
But this guy made me nervous. Oh wow! Especially on the second date, I had tequila.
I cannot wait to meet him.
On the second date,
see him.
So we had our first date on the show. On the second date, you'll see me necking tequila before he turns up.
Right, because you were that nervous.
Because I had that feeling in my belly.
You wanted to go away. Right. So how much does your kids' opinion matter on a new boyfriend?
Everything.
Everything? So if have they met Paulo?
Yes.
And if they hadn't liked him?
He won't be here.
Do you know, I've never minded what my daughter thinks because she's never liked any of them, but she very hilariously said to me about the current one. She said, do you know what, Mum? I really like Simon. In fact, I like him more than Dad.
I think I put George before my children. That's something I'll never forgive myself for, and that's something I won't. That's something I really struggle with, and I'll hold my hands up because I allowed that. Yeah. I allowed him into my life. I brought that into my life, knowing what was going to happen. I did that, and I will take full responsibility for it. But the older my kids get, their opinion matters. Yeah. But if DJ didn't like him because she's the one who's my baby, he wouldn't be there. But if my kids were a lot more grown up, who gives a fuck? Yeah. Because they've got their own lives now. They go and do their own thing. They don't live at home. But the kids that are at home, I would never want them to feel uncomfortable in their own home ever again. Ever again. Because we've been through that already.
Yeah. That's very sensible. So last question, Kerry Katona.
I love how everyone calls me Kerry Katona. Even on the show.
Why do I do that? I don't
everyone
know.
does it. Everyone calls me Kerry Katona. Not just Kerry.
Would you do anything in your life differently?
No. Nothing. I won't be here today. I won't be, nothing, not one thing. I would love to. I'll tell you one thing. There's only one
Get a different accountant?
No, I won't change any of it because
No?
once I went into bankruptcy, the all just disappeared. All the clangers on. They all just left.
Oh, yes, you know who your
Yeah,
real
so they all
friends
just
are.
disappeared. So I'm grateful for that.
Yeah.
The only thing I have a bit of resentment is towards my mum, is for not letting me meet my dad sooner before he died. Because
Okay.
my stepmom was like, we would have welcomed you with open arms if you knocked on the door 10 years earlier. That's like a soccer punch in the stomach. That's the only thing. But I spoke to my sister the other day. She saw my deep dive on the show. Because you have a deep dive and you start crying about whatever. I said, I wasn't meant to have met my dad. It wasn't meant to be. I was meant to have gone through what I went through as a kid by myself to be who I am today, to teach my children. We might not be this close, Lindsay, if my dad was alive, if I got to have met him. It wasn't meant to have been. So we have to accept that and enjoy what we have now.
Yeah. And also, I mean, your mum's not very well, is she, at the moment?
She's quite poorly, my mum.
Yeah.
She still drinks. Every day.
Yeah, she was in hospital just before Christmas.
Last
wasn't
year,
she?
I saved her life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you've maintained a relationship with
She's
her.
my only mum. She's my mum at the end of the day.
Yeah. And
A lot of people don't get that.
Well, she adores her grandchildren.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, like you say, I've just lost my mum. You only get one mum.
You only get
and
one mum. You only get one mum. You never get that back.
Yeah. So you mustn't ever regret, because you won't regret any time that you spend with
Even
her.
when I was doing drugs with my mum, do you
Yeah.
know the amount of great times me and my mum have had? Some of the time, I know it was a real bad childhood, but some of my best memories are with my mum as my best mate.
What, being high?
Probably, yeah. Just being knobheads. and I know it's really bad to say, but probably. But, just some of the situations. I mean, I've lived a very, very colourful life.
Yeah.
Like, we used to go shoplifting. So bad. You've met my children.
Yes, I have.
Completely different.
Yes,
You wouldn't
yes.
think they were my kids. I shit you
You would
fucking
think
not.
they were your kids
My
because
kids
they're
have-
sparky kids.
But they've had a completely different upbringing than what
Yeah.
I had.
Yeah.
Like, me and my mum would go shoplifting. My mum would put what she want on the end of the shelf, and I'd nick it. Like, the shit we did, it's like, if I found out my kids ever done anything like that, they'd know I'd lose my shit. I'm quite strict. I brought my kids up good and proper. Believe it or not.
have. They're
talk
wonderful
Don't
children.
talk out like me. But actually,
But
when
you
I do
don't
speak to my
speak
children, I
like-
don't speak like this. Believe it or not. I can put a bit of persona on and play up to it. But my kids, I make sure that when we leave the house, that I'm the only fucking embarrassment. I tell that to them.
Yeah, but you're not, are you?
I say it's a joke.
They've got their life courtesy of you. They've had
Yeah.
their schooling courtesy of you.
Yeah.
They live in Cheshire courtesy of you.
Fuck, none of that matters.
It
you know what?
does.
No, let me tell you something. None of that matters.
And you
because
love them.
All that matters is we've got each other. Doesn't matter where we live. Doesn't matter what car we drive or what fucking school they go to. As long as they've been brought up the right way, with the manners. I hate arrogance. I hate rudeness. Leave your egos at the fucking door. You're no better than me. I'm no better than you. And make sure my kids know that. You might have all these nice things and shit, but they're humble.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Be nice, be respectful, be kind. That's what makes you a good person. Not where you live, not your house, not your watch, not your car. None of that makes you anything. It's nice to have.
Yeah.
But what makes you is, in your inner soul, is your manners, your kindness, your generosity, your time, your energy. That makes you a good person.
And on that note, Kerry Katona, you are a good person, and thank you for coming into Suddenly Single. I've loved
I get
having
very
you.
passionate.
You do get very passionate, but I love that about you.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.